So instead of you guys around the Canelo fight on Cinco de Mayo, Canelo's gonna come support Munguia, but he will be sitting ringside Cinco de Mayo, David's in the ring. How cool is that? I know it's a matter of respect. I know there's no disrespect.
Yeah, you know, we were waiting to fight Canelo for 5 years. That fight didn't happen. That's why we decided to move. We're not waiting for nobody. We're doing our own. We're in our own lane, trying to look for our own glory and make history and be whoever. We're not afraid to lose our undefeated record. We're not afraid to show what we have. So that's the only way. No risk, no risk.
¿Sigues pensando en Canelo?
No pienso en Canelo. I don't know. You keep asking me that, bro. What am I supposed to say? Like, oh my God, he's coming in my fight. I mean, if it doesn't really mean nothing if he doesn't want to fight. You know what I mean? If he's gonna be at the fight, well, cool. You know, you can come enjoy the fight.
Call for David Benavidez once this fight is done. Is that a fight that you can see happening before the end of your career?
Look, I never say no to anything. We'll see later. But I'm focused 100% on this fight.
I think he's getting put into a corner now where he's running out of excuses. He said that the only thing I bring is 25 extra pounds and I'm not worth nothing, but he's asking 200 million and now he's gonna fight me in the same night. Like, this shit's just stupid, bro. Like, you just tell the people you don't want to fight.
Do you think his hunger is dissipated? You know?
I don't know. I can't talk to you about what his hunger is or how his training is or how he feels. I can only speak to you about myself, but for me, it looks like fear.
The latest update came this morning confirming that Saul Canelo Alvarez will be sitting ringside for the big Cinco de Mayo fight between David Benavidez and Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez. But if you think the Mexican monster sees this as a respectful gesture, think again. For Benavidez and his team, this is not a friendly trip. They see it as a smart move by a champion who has simply run out of reasons to avoid the fight.
¿Sigues pensando en Canelo?
No pienso en Canelo. I don't know. You keep asking me that, bro. What am I supposed to say? Like, oh my God, he's coming in my fight. I mean, if it doesn't really mean nothing if he doesn't want to fight. You know what I mean? If he's gonna be at the fight, well, cool. You know, you can come enjoy the fight.
People watching the sport are now asking why he chose this moment to appear. For years, boxing fans begged for Canelo to fight Benavidez at 168 pounds. Now that Benavidez is moving up 2 weight classes to go after the WBA and WBO titles, Canelo finally decides to be there. This move has split fans into 2 groups. Is Canelo checking out a possible future fight or just trying to stay important in a story he no longer runs?
We don't duck or dodge anyone. My brother doesn't duck or dodge no one. You know, that fight never happened. Yeah, that fight never happened, and look what happened, landed in the lap, you know? Yeah. And now it's going to be David's day, and ain't nobody going to take that day.
At the end of your career, how do you think your career will stack up against other Mexican fighters? Canelo, all these other
I think it definitely rival any of those careers. That's why I'm taking these chances. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're only as good as your opponents, or your career is only, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm trying to put as much champions on there as possible, so by the time my time is finished, there'll be no debate, and everybody know that David Benavidez is the best in this generation.
Last one, you know, Canelo's going to fight.
Let's get him.
Yeah, the Canelo fight. He happened to announce it today. He's fighting in Riyadh in September. What do you think about that and the fact that he decides to announce it this weekend?
Who's he fighting?
Yeah, Billy.
Who wants to see that shit? You guys want to see that? I'm not trying to be a dick, bro, but at the end of the day, nobody wants to see that shit. Who the fuck is Billy? You know what I mean? I think he would have been better if he would have fought Diego Pacheco. You know what I mean? Diego Pacheco has a way bigger name than Billy. But
do you feel that 99 stat has became 100 when you went up to 200 pounds? Because I know most times people, they gain weight. People say they're a little bit more sluggish. In this case,
or don't hit as hard, or no. But dude, my brother's fast. I'm telling you, he looks faster. Not only that, he's hitting harder. So it's just all, it's all how you put your mind to it. You know, it doesn't matter how big a guy is. If you put your mind to it, you're gonna.
The word coward is not typically linked to a fighter who has won world titles in 4 different weight classes. But on the streets of Las Vegas and across social media, public opinion is changing. Critics are pointing to the 5-year period when Benavidez was the official mandatory challenger, yet the fight never actually happened. Now Team Benavidez is not even asking for the fight anymore. They are done with the idea completely.
He doesn't like me as a person. I don't think he doesn't like that I've been calling him out. I don't think that, you know, everybody he fights shows him respect and this and that, but man, fuck that, you know. We're fighters at the end of the day. I was respectful for him for a long, long time, and then they kept calling me out, talking shit about me, saying I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not dedicated, I'm a drug addict, this and that. And then that's when I started, you know, defending myself, saying, all right, if I'm all this, come fucking shut me up. Come show me that I'm nothing. You know, and at the end of the day, they can't say that, oh, well, I'm not gonna give David Benavidez a chance because he doesn't deserve the money. Bro, at the end of the day, the whole boxing world is calling for that fight. Everybody wants to see that fight. It makes sense on every aspect of the game. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know what his problem is with me. You know what I mean? I think he knows what would happen to him if he gets in the ring with me. You know, I'm not coming to play. You know, I'm not these other guys that come to play, and I take that stuff serious. So I think he just doesn't like me. I don't know if he doesn't want me to, you know, have the people of Mexico behind me. I don't know what it is, you know what I mean? But he knows for a fact what.
By jumping up to 200 pounds, Benavidez is essentially calling Canelo's bluff. His team has made it very clear that they believe they have done more to chase the biggest challenges than the man who currently holds the undisputed title. In the eyes of many true boxing fans, the avoidance has become so obvious that even sitting ringside cannot hide the fact that the fight was never really wanted.
I don't really like to bash somebody because at the end of the day, I give respect to Canelo. He's a great fighter.
Yeah.
He's one of the best Mexican fighters of all time.
But wanting to fight him, David, is not bashing him.
Yeah.
That's not bashing him.
But that's what I'm saying. They spin the narrative on Instagram. Right. If I say something, they say this or that. But I only want what I earned.
Right.
And I'm entitled to it. From what the WBC told me, they say you win the title limiter, we'll give you a title shot. You win the WBC interim title, we'll give you a title shot. I've been in this position for 3 years. So just because Canelo, he could do what he wants, as he says.
Right.
He's not going to fight the top competition. And he's holding all those belts hostage, bro. And it's not like, you got other great fighters too. You got me and David Morrell's there. Yeah. How is it fair that these sanctioning bodies let him pick and choose who he wants to fight? And then the Canelo fans too that be talking shit, bro. Like, do you guys not want to see the best fights?
Right.
Like, I don't understand. I'm just trying to make the best fights happen. And that's it. At the end of the day, I just want to give the fans what they want to see.
The sense that Canelo Alvarez could not be beaten did not just crack, it completely broke apart in late 2025 after he lost to Terence Crawford. In that fight, the smaller man's speed and ring intelligence made Canelo look exactly as old as he really is. Team Benavidez has sensed weakness. They no longer just think they can beat Canelo. They believe they can finish his career for good.
Yeah, that's what I saw, and that's what I see, you know. We gotta face it, you know. Canelo is done, you know. He's done, you know, unless they put him with fighters that are not at that level still, you know, and still that's a lot of danger. But we've seen it with Berlanga, with Munguia, and with all those fighters that he fought, you know. I mean, these guys were too young, they didn't have the experience, you know, and that's why he looked like he looked. And I don't think they want to do that anymore with him, you know. I don't think they're going to feed him any more fighters that are not at that level right now. Plus, he's not a champion no more. So, I don't know. He will have to, I think he wants to fight somebody that has a belt. Somebody that makes sense.
Industry insiders are pointing out that Canelo's side-to-side movement has slowed down a lot since the Bivol and Crawford fights. If a 154-pound fighter like Crawford could land his jab so easily and frustrate him, then the non-stop pressure and power from the Mexican monster could be a disaster. Jose Benavidez Sr.'s comment about the hospital is not just empty trash talk. It is a warning that the physical difference between these two fighters has now grown beyond repair.
At the end of the day, when you get a Terence Crawford beating Canelo, that was a big challenge. Now everybody wants to find out, are you the real deal? Fight David Benavidez, and then we'll approve of that. So even though he did beat Canelo, people have not really approved of that. He has to beat another guy that's dangerous at 168. There is a lot of guys at 168, young, strong, hungry. Now, if he managed to beat one of those, I think that he'll get the full credit. To me, he already has the full credit, you know? But there are some more people that now are saying, you know, Canelo was old, Canelo this, Canelo that, you know? So I don't know if he could do it, man. I don't know if he could do it. You know, he's too small for that weight at 168.
Yeah, I mean, In the same token, do you feel like it's possible that, you know, Turkey would still want to make the fight with Canelo and you guys? And if so, do you feel like Canelo would?
I don't think Canelo would face David Benavidez after that loss. I don't think he wants to go out like that, you know? He has a lot of money, man. I think, you know, his legacy and what he's done it's about to say, you know what? That's it. No more, you know? Why would I fight David Benavidez?
Before Benavidez can look across the ring at Canelo inside the T-Mobile Arena, he first has to get past a fighter who might be even more dangerous than anyone Benavidez has faced in years. Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez is not just someone filling a spot. He is a unified cruiserweight champion who carries a grudge and shares a history with David that goes all the way back to their gym days.
You guys got history, and I'm going to get into the history in just a second, but how did this fight get made with you and David Benavidez?
Well, I think it'd be a war. We've been working a long time before, but I think as a fighter, we grew up, we did our different paths, but he's one of the greatest, I'm one of the greatest, and I think it'd be just a war. It's exciting for this fight.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the first time that you guys sparred was your training camp for your first world title against Arthur Abraham at 168, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So how did those rounds go, or how does the sparring go when you and David Benavidez get in there?
Well, it was a pay-per-view sparring, and then we knew one day we would fight each other, and I told him we need to make this fight happen one day, and because, I mean, it was a pay-per-view.
This is my last one for now, and I'm gonna let Roy ask a question, but I never wanted to spar guys that I thought I might fight. Right? You can never fully predict it. You never know how things are going to go, but that time is here now for you. He knows a lot about you. You know a lot about him. How are you going to make this work? And how do you fight a guy that has so many sparring rounds under his bag with you?
Well, I think it's different on the small gloves and no headgear. I think it'd be an amazing fight. And then, I mean, I want to put a great show. He want to put a great show. Both of us, we want to be a greatest. And then this is the fight that the boxing need to make it, right? This is the fight that all the fans need to see.
So you're not worried about the sparring?
No.
During their sparring sessions years ago, rumors floated that Benavidez came out on top in those exchanges. But Zordo is a completely different fighter now. He is a champion in 2 weight classes who has grown into his body and has a reach that could cause serious problems for David. If Benavidez spends more time watching Canelo from his ringside seat instead of focusing on the man right in front of him, his dream of making it as a cruiserweight could end before it even starts.
He can punch, and that's something to look out for. I believe that Benavidez's speed, his hand speed, and how many punches he throws is going to be the difference in this fight. You know, he's not a hard puncher, he's a volume puncher. That's what we don't know about David Benavidez. He's not a really, really hard, but he beats you up. He beats you up, and the punches do sting, and they wear you down. I'm curious to see how Zordo Ramirez is going to handle that. Is he going to get wore down by the 6 or the 7, by the volume and the pace? Or is he going to be able to sustain his own momentum with his own pace and put the power on Benavidez to hurt him? This is cruiserweight. I want to see, can he hurt Benavidez? I have yet to see Benavidez hurt, except for when he fought the guy from
Ronald Garfield. He was kind of a baby back then.
He was kind of a kid. He was kind of a kid. He was kind of a kid. But I want to see if the weight is going to be a much factor on Benavidez because of the size of Zordo Ramirez. Zordo Ramirez is a very, very big guy. And such as David Benavidez, I just want to see, this is body for body, tail for tail. This is evened up to me. As far as the mass, as far as the weight, as far as Gilberto is coming forward too. We saw that with Bivol. He's still in the advance, but again, he's southpaw. I'm curious to see how Benavidez is going to deal with a big southpaw. He dealt with a little southpaw in Demetrius Andrade, but now I'm curious to see how he deals with Zordo Ramirez.
All right, everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.